Know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, you be liking my flavor, I think it's cause
The NFL Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Double time. Everyone's got 4 down. Check.
McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And some room to work. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And that's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter, so that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Out of the gun, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. He saw the end result.
Check, watch the before, watch the before. You remember me?
First carry for James Conner. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. And even 60 yards for him on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Watch the safety.
Right back to Conner here on first. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
This man born and raised right here in Charlotte, Jalen Samuels. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown. Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, 30 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Panthers nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He's brought down. That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy. A gain of 1.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
26, Mike.
From the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 40.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second.
On second and very short, Newton. And he fires one incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Coming this way. Here we go.
On first down, it's Samuels. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down, Samuels. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If this is all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he slides to avoid the hit. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And, man, Charles, talk about singing something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Hey, check. Two draw corkers.
Now Rudolph on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
It's 2nd down.
Hey, Charlie. Fight.
On 2nd down now. Samuels. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Ready? Go. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Check 24.
Back to throw, Rudolph. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Okay, I got a quick tangent for us here, Charles. Let's look at the teams that have not yet won in the NFL, the 0-3 teams, the Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos. Who do you think is the first to get off the schneid?
Well, when you look at it, who has the open week? Who's safe? The Jets?
The Jets, yeah, they don't play anybody, so they're not going to win this week.
I think the Bengals and Steelers, they play each other.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Rudolph looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Rudolph. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they will. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Bruce Irvin able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw again on second down. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
56 to Mike, boy. 56.
Alpha.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. You go tight. You got tight.
You now.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his...
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, 43 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Well, Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Hey! Get it!
A toss running left. Samuels. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Flushed out right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rudolph. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Rudolph. And that is incomplete.
He went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now off to the races. Down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Jarius Wright taking it in as his guys are back within a single score.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. K1 short in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check 37. Check 37.
Jumper.
Now Rudolph. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Rudolph now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
That's good for the Panthers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 12.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw is Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Ready? 50's the mark. In your face.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ready?
It's 3rd down and 5.
4 down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Staying on the ground with Samuels. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Samuels. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Stay with your man. Go. Check 15. Rock it, hit it.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Rudolph, flush to his right. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, McCaffrey. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on? Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Bud Dupree picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Newton. Complete to right. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, here we go.
On 1st and 10 is counter. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's straight on travel. Hey.
Well, they will throw it here with Rudolph. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point right down the middle. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Oh, I think the Panthers have got it. They did. Carolina football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Ready.
Go.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
That's it. Ready.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill.
Now Newton. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 4-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Here's counter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Hey, Echo. Let's go. Shoot.
Rudolph going to look to throw it. Going for the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the double.
54. Mike's 54. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, it's Conner. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Luke Kuechly drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 44-yard line.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a run with McCaffrey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Team 6.
Coming to you, coming to you. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Bang, bang.
On first down, Rudolph trying to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check, 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 check.
Get it.
Here's Rudolph. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
We go. 18 Gator.
Right here, right here. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
5.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
X3. 218. Chop.
Check 56. That's what I do. Shit.
Yes, yes.
On 2nd down now. Snell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Benny Snell taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wright's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now it's Newton. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's put that team on the
Throwing again. Newton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Bud Dupree. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he's going to go down again. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will go for it. Now Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. T.J. Watt and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Let's go now. 30 base.
54 Mike.
Hey, zoom.
Shift.
Let's go.
Rudolph on first down. Open man here is Gentry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Draw play, and it's Snell. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On second down, Snell. And he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids it. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, 2 touchdowns scored. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
High 7.
Hey, tight. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, alert 3. Alert.
Ready?
Now Rudolph on first down. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10
On the ready.
at the 10-yard line.
Mike 54.
Go.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna
Go.
They'll run on first down. Connor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
On set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Yep.
He's crossing. He's checking crap. Right there.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing third down. On third down, it's Connor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking. It's still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. T.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Newton now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph. He's going to throw one up for the end zone, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
A final shot before the break. Rudolph. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there from McCaffrey. 43 yards on the ground. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed. And not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Connor, and he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go, set, 10 logo.
It's our time.
Hey, Delta.
Watch the safety creep.
Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable here from the 38. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
At the 49-yard line.
Bring it in.
Eat. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They go back to the air here after the IMT on the last drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daniel McCullers in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Partner, switching gears for a second, a really cool moment on Sunday night when Clay Matthews, former Browns linebacker, was inducted into Cleveland's Ring of Honor. And, of course, his son Clay was playing for the opposite team that night. It was a really neat moment.
Fantastic moment. And it's Clay 2 and Clay 3, correct?
Yes.
Dad is 2, son who's playing for the Rams now is 3. When he popped out there, to see the rest of the family, all of them wearing the 57 jersey that Clay II wore with such distinction for Cleveland for all those years. When he played long enough, a lot of people think he played with Otto Graham. I mean, it was amazing. About nearly a 20-year career there. And just phenomenal what he got done. And even better to see his son able to pop out there and share the moment with him on such a special night. Just phenomenal.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. But it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards there on third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. With that incompletion, we step league-wide for a second. I want to discuss Saquon Barkley's injury. Obviously, that hurts the Giants, who are having a quarterback change. And, look, Daniel Jones looked good, but they're going to need Saquon Barkley in that backfield.
In a big way. Not just as a runner, obviously, but as a big...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. K1 short. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's coming. Double up.
Third and long. It's Rudolph. Big loss here as he's taken down. Bruce Irvin, his second sack of the night.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Newton now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. And now here is another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Check. Yo, go. Switch.
54, Mike. 54.
Five.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Johnson, the intended target. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Connor. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Check pilot, 64, weak.
Come on.
On second down now, it's Connor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Recon, 132 fighter. Look at me. Go. Shoot.
On third down, Connor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line.
And it coughed it up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 15 line. 15 line.
Check right. Under 10. 10.
Ready.
On second down, Samuels. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now Rudolph. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And now here's another interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones, throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They can't take it to 10.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Show don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
The NFL Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA.
Honey, I dash. Gas, I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash. 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 Yeah. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready, ready. Check 55 to Mike. Switch up.
On first down, it's Newton. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Newton. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second down.
Throwing on second and 8. Newton. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on second and 15. McCaffrey. And able to work his way down to the 16. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. To throw is Newton. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Cameron Hayward, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Rudolph. And the catch made by Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Check 37. Check 37. Hey, Echo. Get it.
Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go now. 70, Indy. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Now.
Mike 54. 65, 65, 65.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down,
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
First carry for James Conner, and an alley to run. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 44 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
20.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down, Panthers.
Let's go, defense.
On first down, Newton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Newton. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make...
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Wide, get wide. Sponge.
Play action. It's Rudolph. And he coughs up the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken around the 12. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Right back to Cotter here on first. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. On second down now, it's Cotter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped into backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
Mike 59, Mike the 59.
Hey, Charlie.
Shoot. He's checking. Crash.
Snap.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. All right, we got a second here. Let's have some fun. Let's be cheesy, because why not? So we have the 71st Emmys on Sunday.
No one. Just straight cheese.
71st Emmys on Sunday. So let's hand out a few awards.
Okay.
Let's start with Best Supporting Actor right now in the NFL. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Mustache Man, Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville. Because despite the fact that they're 1-2, got their first win last Thursday against Tennessee, he stepped in week 1 and set a record for rookie quarterback. What was he, 22 of 25 throwing in that game? 88% right out of the gate. And has continued good play since then. And let's face it, the Mustache Mania is sweeping Duval County as well as the rest of the state of Florida.
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Starting the drive with Snell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
Again, it's Connor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Let's go.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
On the run is Connor. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Look at me. Zipper. Check, check. Press now. Hey, zoom. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Big grip.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, this secondary's done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing is Newton, and he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. 20! And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jordan Scarlett, 50 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down now, it's Connor, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 54. Hurry. Hey, high 7. Check. 25, check 25, check 25. 5. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. 46 yards. And the Panthers take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Next to score, Panthers 22, Steelers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
59's mark, 59's mark. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
Of the pawn, hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Yeah, ain't saying hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone jaws. I'm not a guard, go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Rings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they know they taking notice.
Rick Rock. TikTok. West Hip Hop. Are you ready for some football? Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when All y'all fools.
Foul on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Ready? 59. Mike, 59.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run with Conner. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go. Hey, Alpha.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Right to the 3. You got nothing.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Ready? Lakini.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Watch the
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Here we go on 4th. Newton got his target, Samuel, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
15-yard line.
Great.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Here's McCaffrey, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Connor. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 99. Check 99. Check.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. He gets this one to Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find the matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Got it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Check. Check hot route.
Here's Rudolph. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Rudolph looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Well, this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check 4.
Hey, exit. Crunch.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
I'm there.
2nd and 10, Rudolph again. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Slam. One twist.
Bravo.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And he finds McDonald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
8 read. Check. 54. Get it.
On 1st and 10. Rudolph. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Check 3, check 3, check 3, check 9, check 9.
On 1st down, it's Rudolph. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw, Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rudolph throwing again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The Panthers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. Switzer on the return. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be third down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Newton. Buying time to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
X3, 218, jump.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This man born and raised right here in Charlotte, Jalen Samuels. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, Haywood. Ready?
From the 45 on second down, Rudolph. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Rudolph, that went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rudolph now to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Newton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave, never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hit it.
Mike is 59. Mike's at 59. Watch his, hey, let go. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Switch it.
Fine.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rudolph, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say, on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the 50, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Newton delivers this one to McCaffrey, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. McCaffrey, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Team 6. Team 6.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards there, first down. Newton now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Steven Nelson. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rudolph now to throw. His throw incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
McCaffrey will try to run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, they'll probably just want to put this one behind them. He finds his man Johnson. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Rudolph on first down. He gets this one to Johnson. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
Tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me.
The NFL brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, that. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Watch twins. Watch twins. Check it.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Hey, I 7. 54. 54. Hey, 66.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Check, 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 check. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Rip.
Now a play fake. Brady. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Wait, that. 53. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go. Go, Bandit. Hey, Delta. 54. Mike 54. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike Gatto.
They do go for it. It's Brady. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line,
and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 25 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
Now White lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, Alabama. Hey, Foxtrot. Watch twist. 72.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. And even 60 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. They go right back to White here on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Regular. Smooth. Check right 54. Right 54. All day, every day. Hey, 166.
To throw is Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Bruce Irvin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Shotgun now for Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Edelman was the intended target.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Newton now to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught them off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
20.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Charles, before the game, you and I were looking at the still undefeated teams in the league, and Detroit's technically won at 2-0-1, but let's look at the 3-0 teams. The Bills, Patriots, Chiefs, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, and Packers. I'm guessing if I ask you who would lose first, you might say Buffalo, because they play New England this weekend.
I think you're right about that, because that's what you look at. What's the schedule tell us? We know the 49ers are safe because they got an open week coming, so they should be okay on that one. But you would say Buffalo, even though they're at home, New England gets them. But as a wild card, putting them on upset alert, Green Bay on Thursday night with a desperate Philadelphia team coming in. You know, you've got to be really careful with that, despite the fact Green Bay's defense has been so impressive in the early going.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
All right, here we go.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Complete to Dorsett. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hey, set. Ready? Rip. 54. Mike, 54. Bravo.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, second.
On 1st down, Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Josh Gordon, 47 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Watch the run.
Alert.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Newton, he's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, White. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, Alabama.
Now on second and 13, Brady. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you. Hey, orbit. Check, Mike, 54. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Hey, echo.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Night, sweetheart.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is taken in at the 5. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Alpha. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Run it. Go Bandit.
Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry there to make the grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Gostkowski the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing again. Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Jarius Wright. Devin McCourty there defensive.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. Got a man, it's right. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, the Panthers send out Michael Pilardi to kick it away. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own